It's 1 in the afternoon on January 22nd, 2008. Teresa Solomon unlocks apartment 4A at 421 Broome Street. She's Heath Ledger's housekeeper. She's got her own key and she's here to change a light bulb. The apartment is silent. Except Heath is in the bedroom, face down on the bed. What Teresa hears, she'll call snoring. She doesn't wake him. The bulb gets changed. Teresa leaves, but nobody's sleeping in that bedroom. In 2 hours, a massage therapist will arrive and make 3 calls to Los Angeles before dialing 911. By then, Heath Ledger will have been 28 years old for the last time. Rewind 2 weeks. It's early January 2008. Leadenhall Market, London, 2 in the morning. Heath Ledger is on the set of a film called The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, wearing a wool coat between takes. The rain is sideways. He's been coughing since New Year's. Christopher Plummer, who plays the doctor in the film, notices. The on-set physician checks him and says it's the start of walking pneumonia. Go home. Take the antibiotics. Rest. Heath doesn't rest. He finishes the shoot. He gets back to the apartment in London, and when he closes his eyes that night, the cough keeps him awake until the sky turns grey. He takes a sleeping pill. It works for an hour. When he wakes up, his brain is already back to work, running lines for a character he played 6 months ago. Heath Ledger has a new prescription for a cough. He has a chest infection. He has a plane ticket back to New York. What he doesn't have, what he hasn't had in months, is sleep. Heath's sleep problem didn't start with the pneumonia. It started 6 months earlier, in a different hotel room. Summer of 2007, a suite at the Bowery Hotel in London. Heath has locked himself in a room to prepare for a role in a film called The Dark Knight. He's playing the Joker. For a month, he barely leaves. On the desk is a leather notebook. Inside, he's pasting images of hyenas, clown makeup, and Alex DeLarge from A Clockwork Orange. He is designing a character. In his own words, he is also losing his mind. In November, he gives a sit-down interview to the New York Times. He tells the reporter, "Last week I probably slept an average of 2 hours a night. My body was exhausted and my mind was still going." He's taken 2 Ambien. One did nothing. A second put him in a stupor for an hour. Then his brain started running again. By the end of Dark Knight, Heath has a prescription for Ambien, one for Vicodin and one for Xanax. Filming wraps. The pills don't. 3 months before the London pneumonia. September 2007. A brownstone in Boerum Hill, Brooklyn. Heath is standing on the front step with a duffel bag on his shoulder and a cab idling at the curb. Inside, Michelle Williams is holding their 2-year-old daughter, Matilda. Heath and Michelle met on Brokeback Mountain, moved to Brooklyn, and built a life together. Today, she is ending it. The reasons will never be public. Friends will tell reporters something vague about lifestyles pulling apart. Heath walks down the steps and gets into the cab. He moves into a loft in SoHo, 4th floor of the Tulip Building. 4,400 square feet, 25,000 a month, 3 bedrooms, and enough space for a family. And he's there alone. He sets Matilda's photograph as the wallpaper on his phone. Michelle takes a film job in Sweden and takes Matilda with her. Heath buys furniture. He hangs art. He sets up a bedroom for his daughter in case she visits. She does not visit. The loft is too big, too quiet, too new. Mid-January 2008. Heath is back from London, standing at the kitchen counter in the SoHo loft at 2 in the morning. The cough hasn't left. It's worse. He's lining up the bottles in front of him, reading the labels. There are 6 bottles. 2 are painkillers, Vicodin and oxycodone. For the cough and for the back pain that started during the Joker shoot. 2 are anti-anxiety, Xanax and Valium. 1 is a sleep medication called Restoril. The 6th is Unisom, an over-the-counter antihistamine that doubles as a sleep aid. For the nights when Restoril isn't enough. 6 medications, 1 chest infection, 1 exhausted brain. 2 different doctors prescribed them, 1 in Los Angeles, 1 in Houston. Neither one knew about the other, neither one saw the full list. Heath takes what he's been taking. He doesn't take more than the labels say. Every bottle is within its prescribed dose. Each one on its own is safe. January 21st, 2008, late evening in New York. Early morning the next day in Perth, Australia. Kate Ledger is in her kitchen, phone to her ear. Kate is Heath's older sister. She's been watching him for months from across the world, worrying. Tonight she decides to say something. Kate asks him about the medications. She names them. She asks if he's still taking Ambien, if he's mixing painkillers with sleeping pills. Then she tells him directly, painkillers and sleeping pills together will stop a person's heart. Heath laughs. The laugh is tired, but it's a laugh. And then he says it, the line Kate will repeat in interviews for the rest of her life. Katie. Katie. I'm fine. I know what I'm doing. Kate hears him. She lets it go. They talk about their father and about Matilda. Before they hang up, they say I love you. It is in Perth time, the early hours of January 22nd. In about 15 hours, Kate's phone will ring again. This time, it will not be Heath. Morning, January 22nd. The SoHo loft. Heath is alone. Nobody knows exactly what time he takes the pills. Nobody knows whether he takes them all at once or over an hour. There are no cameras, no witnesses, only a bedroom, a glass of water, and a pattern of blister packs on a nightstand that police will photograph later. What is known is this. An autopsy will say he took a therapeutic dose of each medication, not an overdose. Not more than the label allowed, but 6 medications at once in a body weakened by pneumonia is not the same equation as 1 medication at a time. He gets into bed. Police will later estimate that between 1 and 2:45 in the afternoon, his breathing slows. His heart slows with it. And at some point inside that window, both of them stop. The apartment is quiet. No one is left to cough. The windows stay closed against a grey January afternoon. At 1 o'clock, the key turns in the front door. Teresa Solomon lets herself in. 1 o'clock. Teresa Solomon is inside the loft. We know now what she doesn't. The figure on the bed is not sleeping. That sound she hears is not snoring. His body is cooling. But the housekeeper has a job to do, which is to change the light bulb in the bathroom. She changes it. Then she lets herself out. 2:45 in the afternoon. Diana Wallazin arrives with her massage table. She is a therapist who has worked with Heath before. Today's 3 o'clock appointment was booked a week ago. Diana waits in the living room. She sets up the table. Heath doesn't come out. She knocks on the bedroom door. Nothing. The door is open. Heath is on the bed, face down, the same as before. Diana speaks louder. She calls his cell phone to ring it near him. Crossing the room, she puts her hand on his shoulder. He is cold. Diana steps back. Her brain makes a calculation it has never made before. Instead of picking up the phone to call 911, she picks up Heath's phone and scrolls to the top of his contacts. 3:17 in the afternoon. Diana is on Heath's phone. The top contact is a single letter. M. Across the country in Los Angeles, Mary Kate Olsen's phone starts buzzing. The first call lasts 49 seconds. Diana tells her what she's found. Mary Kate tells her from California that she's sending her New York security team right now. The second call. 1 minute, 39 seconds. The security team is on its way. The third call, 21 seconds. At 3:26, Diana hangs up for the last time and dials 911. At 3:33, the paramedics arrive with the bodyguards. The bodyguards are blocked at the front door. Only the paramedics go to the bedroom. They begin the things paramedics begin. At 3:36, a doctor makes the ruling. Heath Ledger is pronounced dead at 28 years old in the bedroom at 421 Broome Street. If this is the kind of story you want to understand instead of just hear about, subscribe to Mr. Last Day. Later, the door will still be open. Later, the apartment will be full of people. But by 3:36, every single one of them was already too late. 2 weeks later, the medical examiner released the autopsy. Acute intoxication from 6 medications. All prescribed, all within the legal dose, ruled an accident. Kate Ledger spent the rest of her life correcting the story that the Joker killed her brother. For him, it was one big gag. The door at Broome Street was open all afternoon. Teresa opened it at 1. Diana opened it at 2:45. The medics came through at 3:33. But the door that mattered had been closed for hours. By the time anyone thought to open it, there was no one on the other side.